very modern supercar. But here we go, Hamilton back and Bruno coming together for the team at that time, but the fact that he managed to get into Silverstone, that had a big effect. And also he had a finish in Hungary as well. He finished 11th, and that really gave people a recognition that Damon was getting it together. Keith, you remember Damon from the motorbike days when he first started competing.
Isn't it amazing how much crossover there actually is in motorsport, from bikes to cars and cars to bikes? I mean, yes, Damon Hill was quite a good motorcycle racer back in his day. He and Georgie used to be at the tracks from, you'd watch him over, you know, I think it was LCs he ran originally, LC 250s in the 250 races. Then he moved up to TZs. We've seen TZs in the Hailwood Trophy race earlier on today. So Damon was pretty useful, and as he moved up through the ranks from Formula 4 to Formula 3, and then on to Formula 3000, I think it was, before going
it's lovely to see that slightly different perspective. Engine, and you'll hear the slightly different noise. Yeah, absolutely, pretty stiff, but very clear the push rod front suspension with these wide front wishbones. And looking at himself, tucking himself next to Bruno Senna. He's probably loving that, enjoying himself. Nick Padmore's a real Goodwood star in all sorts of historic classic categories, but also in quite recent stuff as well. This car actually was designed by Ross Brawn, the man who now runs the technical side of Formula One. But it was the early days for Ross Brawn. He'd gone from Haas to Lola to Arrows at the end of '86. So this, the A11, that's what the model is, the Arrows A11, was his design, but he actually left the team in mid-1989, and he went to Jaguar Sports to design the XJR14, and then he went back to Formula One with Benetton. But Ross Brawn, of course, a superstar designer back in the day.
Just on top of the world, driving one of these cars around here and enjoying every minute of it.
The Jordan as well, just up ahead, the 194, so there's the Brabham, the Jordan. Coming through the platform there as well, the Jordan with the red stripe on the front there. At some point, a real mixture of cars from this fantastic V10 era, as it was called, an era that was dominated by Honda in the early stages as part of the McLaren setup, with Senna winning the title 3 times with McLaren Honda, and then it was Renault, the Renault V10. You wanted it in the back of your Williams, as Nigel Mansell had. now. We know that Mercedes have had a pretty good time in the hybrid era as well. But it's wonderful to see these cars out here at Goodwood and to listen to these high revving machines.
It's a real opportunity, the members meeting as well, because it's restricted on how many fans can get trackside for this particular meeting. So it's got that exclusive feel about it as well, isn't it? You can really feel like you're quite a lot of people to work your way through, but here it's got that slightly more, well, I won't say casual because that's not true, it's well organised, but certainly there's a lot the terraces. All the grandstands were sold out pre the event, but everywhere else you can get to, it's not a feeling you get that you're not going to see what you came to see.
Just looking at that Benetton there, the B190, the green machine, it's being driven by a chap called John Riggs. Sort of 10 events a year. He went to a special event at Suzuka back in 2015 with this car, which is right really because it celebrated the fact this was a winning car at Suzuka in 1990. But yeah, I could see he was a little glum that there were more events that he's going to be able to take this car to. He obviously adores it and loves the opportunity to do some laps.
It's always nice to see a racetrack that's manicured like this place as well, stripes in the grass. On the terraces as well to make sure that the fans have got decent facilities here. And the icing on the cake is listening to this era of Formula One cars in a demonstration. Don't you just wish you could let them go?
Yeah,
as in properly.
Absolutely. Yeah, that would be lovely to see them going completely flat out. Another of the Benettons. Actually, this is another V8 powered one. I think it's just the Cosworth HBA that was in the motor. There's the motor of this particular car.